Alright, here we go. Sunday morning. What's a better cure for a hangover than watching these predators dig themselves into a huge, huge hole? Oh man, this is gonna be a look at Jeff Sokol, his uncut raw footage. I've been wanting to do commentary about Sokol for a while now. Finally getting the time to do it, so let's do it. So this is probably going to be a long one, probably 2 or 3 parts, so let's not waste any time here. Let's get right into it. I wanted to tell what car he was driving. I can't tell what car he's driving. Yeah, I like these different point of view shots here from them in the outside. I can't remember if they did these, if they had these angles for some of the other guys that showed up for this one, but who the hell knows. I've only seen this maybe once, so
Jeff?
Forgive me.
Over here. You can come in this way.
And there's a decoy. He's got his pizza from Planet Pizza at Fairfield, Connecticut. Shout out to them. That's where they got this. That's where he got his pizza from. And I think he's got garlic knots or something also.
Sorry about that. Come on in.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh shit.
Did you find the house okay?
No, because it's really dark out. So.
How long did it take you to get here?
I don't know, it's like 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So he drove from Massachusetts, Boston, somewhere in that area. So yeah, that's a long drive, and he just looks like a fucking. I mean, he looks like a normal guy. He looks no different than any other middle-aged guy. I mean, he looks kind of like a. He looks like a douchebag because he looks like a typical masshole, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, he looks like, you know, you can tell that this guy is from fucking Massachusetts. He's got that permanent sneer on his face. That's just how they do it up there in Massachusetts. No offense to anyone who lives up there in MA, but yeah, you guys have a certain look about you that is indistinguishable. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking for, but yeah, he looks really no different. Other than that, he looks no different than any other middle-aged dude. But, yeah, so that's kind of what makes him, you know, because he's a complete psycho. He's a sociopath, narcissist. He's definitely got some issues, man. And he's a normal-looking dude. Like, he could probably find women his age, but to go out there and specifically pick out a 13-year-old girl, I mean, that's a, he's got to not only see it like a psychopath, a sociopath, a narcissist, but he's also into the young girls, the younger women, younger girls. And this is an interesting predator decoy conversation, and it's an interesting case because this is probably the longest predator decoy interaction of any predator that's on either HVP or To Catch a Predator. And it's interesting because I think that goes back to Sokol being a normal looking guy. Because he's a normal looking guy, the decoy perhaps feels a bit more comfortable. Imagine you're seeing Jeff Sokol walk in, and then you're seeing a guy like John Dupay walk in. I mean, you're obviously going to be more creeped out over a guy like John Dupay than a guy like Jeff Sokol. So I think the decoy is a bit more comfortable. I believe John Dupay showed up on the first night of the sting, so she was probably also more comfortable at this point. So that could have led into it. But, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, this is a really long interaction between the two of them. And it only gets broken up, as you'll see, because someone makes a noise in the background. If that doesn't happen, I mean, Sokol might have really shown his true colors and have done something really, really courageous, but really stupid and potentially really funny. So, that is one bummer about it. But, yeah, It is an interesting sequence between the two of them, so let's take a look.
That's a long drive.
Yeah. Alright.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Sorry, I'm really nervous. Nervous Nelly. We call her Nervous Nelly, the decoy. Nervous Nelly. Because she's always so nervous. But But no, she is probably, she honestly is, I think, my favorite decoy. The best decoy in terms of selling it. She really does a good job of selling the nervous, the 13-year-old angle. I mean, she does a good job. I've said it, I think I said it in the Dupé commentary, but a lot of the TCAP decoys were very over the top and kind of ridiculous. That's because they were getting lines fed to them. I think this is just all natural improv by this decoy. I'm pretty sure it's all improv. I don't think she's getting lines fed to her like back in TCAP days when Frag would be like, "Oh, ask me if you brought the lunch and booze." Like, no, I think this is all natural acting, and it's very convincing. I think she does a really good job here. Unfortunately, she's also paired. Her male counterpart from this sting is the 40-year-old male decoy who is just receding hairline. Looks like he's got a 5 o'clock shadow. Me, my mommy, my daddy. At least, you know, her. She's other than, "Oh, I'm so nervous." You know, she says that so many times. "I'm really nervous," and she covers her mouth and everything. Yeah, but other than that, she's really does a good job. I think she's probably my favorite decoy. And look at what Jeff Sokol brought here, man. It's a nice looking pizza. It says home of the original grandma's pizza, I believe that says. You make a trek. Fairfield, Connecticut's not too far from where I live. I might make a trek up there just to get Planet Pizza and also get orange juice. It's a bit of an odd drink choice there, but hey, I mean, I'm not gonna knock it until I try it.
Sorry.
Get the Jeff Sokol special. Do you think Planet Pizza is like, fuck? Do they think that the people who own that business saw this and were like, fuck, that's our pizza? Because of course there are psychos like myself and the rest of the TCAP community who are gonna find out where the fuck that pizza came from. But I really want to go up there and get the Jeff Sokol special. And that's not, the Jeff Sokol special is not meeting Chris Hansen, but not the Jeff Sokol special meeting. I want his pizza, the orange juice, the garlic knots, whatever the hell that is.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll settle into it.
I think Sokol's laughing, but he's like trying to, you know, it's the first time you're reading somebody. It's going to be awkward, of course, but he's probably at the same time in his sociopathic head, he's like, damn, I drove all this way. This girl's not even going to give me a hug. Like, I drove all this way. We're not going to end up doing anything. Which, yeah, he's a pretty psycho. He'd be the guy that complains, "Oh, thanks for making me waste my gas," like Cody Green did.
The small pizza is like almost as big as the big one. So I didn't know that. Like you said small, I thought it'd be like a really small one.
Yeah.
So Jeff Sokol's a fucking idiot. Also. What a dumbass. First of all, great conversation starter talking about the size of the pizza. You actually did see the name of the place on the box. I actually didn't notice that until now. But yeah, he's like, "Oh, I thought the small was gonna be like a little 6-inch personal thing." Like, no. What do you think this is? You're going to a real pizza place, not Pizza Hut. When you go to a real like fucking pizza place, like, you're not gonna. It's different than Pizza Hut and shit like that, where you get your own personal fucking thing. You get this. You can get. It's gonna be a small would be 6 slices for the 2 of them. Yeah, I would probably go with the large. Also, I like when I get a pizza pie in front of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to go to town on that. So I would probably have at least 4. But at the same time, you don't want to be shitting all night, which that would probably end up where that'd be what I would end up. You know, I'd end up having to shit the entire night if I had pizza. So I wouldn't bring pizza anyway. I'd bring fruits and vegetables. Oh, did you hear that? Sound of the box squeaking?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And he dresses like a fucking tool. That is one thing. Like I wear flannels, yeah, but I mean he's definitely looks like he's trying to fit in and be a bit younger than he looks. But the gray beard and the gray he's starting to go gray in his beard, gray in his hair. It's not helping things, I don't think.
I am. I'm fine.
I've just never done this before.
I know.
Have you?
No, not really.
Nice
I
covers.
mean,
Are you telling me the truth?
I've met girls online, but
And he makes himself right at home too. That's another thing about his. I think about his sociopathic tendencies here. He makes himself right at home. He takes his coat off, puts it on the chair. He's walked in like he fucking owned the place. Disrespectful son of a bitch.
I don't like come like this far to like meet someone. I don't know why
It's kind of crazy, huh?
It is crazy. Yeah, why did you let me come? If you're so nervous.
Yeah, that's again. So he's trying to make her, trying to put her down. Like he's doing it in like playful teasing, probably in his mind. Like, oh, you're so nervous, but in his mind, he's really. I truly believe he's thinking, you're so nervous. Why the hell am I here? If you're so damn nervous, we're not going to end up doing anything. I think I really do think that's
It's
what
like
he's
a good
thinking.
idea, and you seem nice.
Why do you think I came?
I think
I
he came.
know.
I think he came because you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
It's not the only reason. It's not the reason.
What's the reason?
I'm not just.
He is starting to go bald a little bit there. Is that a bald spot?
Been talking to you for a while, and you seem like really cool to hang out with, and someone that I'd like to meet, and I wanted to check out the situation.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
So, let's deal with this whole contract thing, because I'm just going to be thinking about it the whole time.
So, yeah, he brought a marriage contract with him, and he kind of pulls an Adam France. Have sex. If you never, side note, again, I shouted it out in the coffin commentary. Never seen Candid Fellows prank calls with the Adam France soundboard. Highly recommend it. You're not as down as... What are you doing? It doesn't look like I can park on the street. Have sex? But yeah, he brought a marriage contract or a alibi letter, in my opinion. I think it's just to try and cover his own ass, like it did with Adam France. Or I should say A.B. France, if you get that reference. But yes. So I don't think he really wanted to marry him or marry her. I think he is a psycho. And my reasoning for him bringing that, I think he was just planning on banging this girl, never seeing her again, hightailing it, cheesing it back to Boston, listening to the Dropkick Murphys the entire way. And so I think that was his plan. He was just going to do that, but he brought the marriage contract just in case. It is a little bit weird. Why would you even bring it in the first place? Why would you bring that specifically? But I think he does that to cover his own ass. Like, hey, we can do this, but I'm not going to do anything to you unless you sign that. And if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm a big fan of that show. It's like Dennis Reynolds to a T. He has women sign contracts on the show, so that way they can't say that he did something. They can't say no. That's what he basically. He's a psycho on that show, and he's fucking Jeff Sokol's a psycho on this show. So a lot of similarities between him and Dennis Reynolds. But yes, Jeff Sokol, I think he did that to save his own ass, but I don't think he was actually seriously going to marry her. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. You can't. I don't try to explain stupid, and I don't try to explain crazy. And when you're trying to explain Jeff Sokol, you're trying to explain stupid and crazy, and I don't really do that.
Until we get that out of the way.
This document
Nervous
was
Nelly.
something Sokol put together
I'm
after
gonna
some
skip
research.
this. I don't need to see Chris Hansen yap.
Let's see. Man, we can,
And I think she is cute. She is a cute decoy also.
Talk about it.
She reminds me of somebody that I know, so that's maybe that's why I have a soft spot for her also.
Okay. There's plates behind you. If you want to grab one.
Huh?
There's plates behind you. If you want to grab one. Do you want a water or anything?
No.
Okay.
Man, well, I got this for in case we.
All right. I'll grab a water.
All right, it will help. Do you want to eat at the table? Or what do you want to do?
No, you can just eat here.
Oh man, he can't. I think he has to know that something is up, right? He has to fucking know that something is up. Do you want to eat at the table? Oh no, we just eat it in the kitchen on like fucking huddled over. Just look at that face. He's such a psycho, man. He is really such a psycho. I don't know what the hell like his issue is, but yeah, he's got some bad thoughts in his mind. He's like trying to be nice at the same time, but he's coming across as such a psychopath, man. You know, he's been trying to put her down, trying to make crappy small talk. Yeah, he's a nut, man. He is a tough nut to crack. I would love to get like a psychologist's take on Jeff Sokol because he's absolutely fucking nuts. But I want to hear what a professional has to say about it. Let's continue.
Yeah, I expected it to be like 2.5 hours. So.
You're from the Boston area, you said?
Yeah. Can I wash my hands?
Mm-hmm.
See, he's getting the whole treatment here. He's getting plates out, he's getting water bottles, he's getting to wash his hands. Fucking Joshua Colin. He tried to go to the bathroom and they didn't even let him do that. Fucking Jeff Sokol's making himself at home.
Yeah, some family that lives up there. It's pretty nice.
Do you?
Yeah, I've been to Faneuil Hall.
Where's your family? Like, what part of Boston?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Boston's so confusing. It's wicked confusing.
Okay.
What the hell? I don't get that one. Maybe that's an inside joke. Maybe that was an inside joke from the chat log. I don't know. I don't get that. But, yeah, I'm not from Boston. Maybe that's an inside. Maybe that's a Boston thing. I don't fucking know.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Really
try to be
nervous.
cool.
Oh, it's okay.
We'll work on it.
I mean, you look great.
Thanks.
You just look different than what I did, like in the picture. Though.
I wonder why. You just look different. It's like, I thought you had blonde hair. No, I wonder why she looks different, Sokol. Man. Oh, man. So, yeah.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I expected you to have dark hair. Did you?
My hair it lightens up in the summer.
And no, I'm not saying. I mean, I think you look
don't
great.
like it?
I think you look great. I'm just saying, like you look different. Yeah, than I thought.
Yeah.
But no, nothing wrong with
Well, you
that.
never can tell with online things, you know?
What about me?
Yeah, you can never tell. You can never tell when you're walking into a sting investigation.
Do I look different?
I mean, it
Yeah, you got a few more gray hairs than I thought you might have. I'm not too thrilled about that.
was different. I'm not saying better or worse, just different.
She should have put him down. Just to kick that ego down a little bit. And also to see what he would do. That would be a great investigation, or a great experiment for science purposes. What would he have done if he said, you don't look too great, actually.
Alright.
I have cupcakes too, if you want.
Let's see. Did you make them?
Did you
Look
dose
at
him?
those. Do you think I made those? Mm-mm.
I have no idea.
No.
So where'd you get them then? You don't have a car, you're 13 years old. Where did you get them then? Would you walk to fucking the shop, the fucking supermarket, and get them? How did you get cupcakes then? How did you acquire them? That's what I want to
Do you
know.
want to use plates or do you want to just?
Whatever you want. We're pretty casual here.
Okay.
I'm like too nervous to eat.
Too nervous.
Well,
That's
you
a
already-
theme. That's. You want to know why we call her Nervous Nelly? Here it is. It's a fucking tea.
Yeah, I did.
I was wondering if you were gonna be like how would you be? Like, would you be nervous? Would you be like totally like you've done this before?
Oh,
you know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
he wants her to be a thought.
Haven't done this before.
Like, I don't know, you just seemed very like, you didn't seem nervous at all when I talked to you and just.
Yeah, it's different when you're talking to someone online versus like
person.
coming to their house
I
and
know,
meeting
I
them.
know. I just gotta take something. This isn't drugs. It's just a.
Yeah, no, by all means. Here, drink water.
It's something that I take before I eat.
So this is fucking apparently the biggest controversy in the whole fucking show here. Was that Viagra, as Chris Hansen's gonna pop in to fucking say, hey, that's Viagra. It's not fucking Viagra, it's for his IBS. It's like, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but, like, it's basic shit. Why would he be popping a fucking Viagra before he eats pizza? He's obviously doing it because pizza is fucking greasy and it goes right through your stomach sometimes. And you're going to eat probably 3 or 4 slices of it. You're going to end up having to shit uncontrollably. If you have an irritable bowel, it makes sense to fucking take your pill before you eat it. But yes, apparently it's the biggest fucking controversy in the world about whether this is Viagra or not. Because, oh man, now because it's Viagra, boom, he went to jail with a huge hard-on. Oh my god. Like, no, that wasn't actually the fucking case. And Chris Hansen didn't know either, but like... whatever.
In the middle of it all, Sokol pulls out a medicine bottle. You can see it on the video. He takes a pill, apparently in preparation for what he thinks is going to be a big night ahead.
And it's like, it's so fucking, like, it's something so simple as getting that right. Like, it was all documented that it wasn't actually a sex pill. It was for his IBS, but no one fucking decided to do research before they put this on the internet, charge people $90 a year for this fucking video. So, you know what? I'm not cutting Chris any slack for fucking he didn't misspeak. This shit happened in 2015. He had 4 fucking years to get it right. To look up the facts, to double check himself, but he didn't fucking do that. So, you know what? He doesn't get the benefit of the fucking doubt.
I'm just hanging out. Watching TV, Netflix and stuff.
What's that?
I have no idea. Do you want me to check?
Somebody here?
No.
Oh man, he knows that he's fucked now. He definitely knows that he's fucked. And somebody banged something back there behind that curtain, and that's what kind of stopped this from going further. But yeah, that's when Chris Hansen didn't really have a good opportunity to come out. It's not like with oh, have some cookies. Oh, can I get your glass of milk to go along with those cookies? Like, no, there's no like moment like that where you can come out with a classic zinger. But yeah, so it's kind of would have been awkward either way. You can't just, you have to get the decoy out. The decoy's yapping too much, maybe yapping too much. I think she did a great job though. But yeah, so there was no real clear opportunity for Chris Hansen to come out. So I don't know how it would have gone if somebody didn't bang something behind that curtain right there.
What kind of pizza we have tonight? Who's this? I'll get
Who's
to that in a
this?
minute. Who are you?
Alright, I'm going to cut it right here. Part 2 will be Jeff Sokol versus Chris Hansen. So I'll see you guys in part 2. Alright, part 2. Jeff Sokol versus Chris Hansen. You can see this look. He looks like he's on the toilet right here, taking a shit. Because he is shitting right now. Somebody's there. Who's this? He's going to say.
What kind of pizza we have tonight? Who's this?
Who's this?
I'll get to that in a minute. Who are you?
And Chris Hansen looks a little bit happy. I think he realizes how much of an asshole this guy is, and he's gonna take pleasure in fucking him over right here.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You tell me first. You're Jeff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you doing here tonight, Jeff?
Hanging out
Hanging out with whom?
with her.
Who's her?
I want to know who you are.
I want to know a little bit
He's
more.
got bad teeth. Also, he's got like gaps in between his teeth. I should have gotten braces when he was a kid.
About you first.
Can I eat first?
Sure, go ahead.
That is true psychopathy shit right there. That he's going, maybe he realizes, hey, I'm fucked. Let me just enjoy myself. Enjoy this pizza that probably cost. How much do you think all this shit cost right here? Pizza ain't cheap, actually. Say that cost at least $15. whatever the hell. I still don't know what the hell that is. That was probably an extra 6. Fucking orange juice, ocean spray, probably $2.50. So you've spent like probably over $20 on this shit. He's like, damn it, might as well fucking enjoy it.
Tell me who you are, because, you know, I didn't know there would be other people here.
Yeah, and so he's just like trying to say, oh man, like it's an inconvenience for Jeff. It's an inconvenience for him that there's someone else here. Never mind who this actually is. You know, he thinks right now, I think he's her dad. He'll ask that in a couple seconds here. So, yeah, he'll ask that. He doesn't know that I don't think he knows how much trouble he's in. I think he still thinks he can talk his way out of it. So, but he's not doing himself any favors by continuing to act like a fucking psycho here.
What did you expect to happen this time, Jeff?
Didn't have any expectations.
No expectations whatsoever.
No.
So you drove 2.5 hours
Sure did.
from Boston
Who are you?
to come here
Are you her dad?
to meet a young girl.
Are you her
I
dad?
will get to that in a minute.
Oh.
Go ahead, everybody.
Wow.
You know, I don't know how good that... but that's the signature fucking Jeff Sokol moment right there. But anyways, I can't tell if that pizza looks good or not. Like, it looks good, but in my opinion, I think it's too greasy. You're gonna need like 20 fucking napkins in one sitting to get to and you're still not gonna, your hands aren't gonna be clean after that. And you're just gonna feel greasy and grimy for the rest of the day. It looks like it's too greasy for me. I'm not sure that the crust is the way that I like it. I like it a little bit burnt, actually, on the bottom. I'm not seeing enough black right there. But, I mean, it does look good. Like, I would like to have it right now. But, I don't think it's going to be my favorite pizza that I ever had. But that's what I'm saying. I want to make the trek to Planet Pizza and get it. I want to try it for myself. It's on the bucket list, man. It's something I want to do one day.
Have a bite.
Wow. I haven't done anything wrong.
And he's talking with his mouth full. One of my biggest pet peeves: fucking chew your food before you start talking. It's the one thing that it drives me nuts. I hate it. I hate when people talk with their fucking mouth full. It drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. I don't want to fucking hear it. It sounds like a fucking slob. And it's not a good look. So, Jeff Sokol, not only are you a predator, a psychopath, you're also a fucking disgusting slob. He licks his fingers. Oh, this guy, I want to punch him in the fucking face, man. I hate this guy with a passion.
What does it matter?
I'd like to know.
The way he's chewing. Fucking like a cow, man. Come on. No wonder he's fucking single at 43 or whatever the hell he is.
I haven't done anything wrong.
And he smacks his lips
Coming
together.
to meet somebody? What's wrong? What is that against
Coming
the
to
law?
meet a young girl.
Is that against
Yes,
the
against the
law?
law.
It is after this chat.
How?
Did you bring some kind of a contract with you? Some sort of marriage contract? Let's see if
And he
any of
starts
this
laughing.
sounds familiar while you enjoy
Psycho.
your pizza.
Look at the way he's chewing is getting me so fucking mad right now. Like a fucking cow, man. Come on.
I should come see you on Saturday. Well, since your mom isn't.
Yeah, Saturday. So if this is Saturday, he showed up after John Dupé. John Dupé showed up on a Thursday. So maybe that's why the decoy was a little bit more comfortable at that point.
It's the best time to do it. I would, but only if you want me to. You say, I can't go to jail. My life would be ruined.
Right.
Could be locked up for 20 years.
Yep.
And then you say, do you trim your blank?
Okay.
Now you know.
And he just
If it's
deflects it
close
off. He thinks he can talk his way out of this, man. And he's definitely, I keep saying it, but he's a fucking psychopath, man. He doesn't see anything wrong with what he's doing. Fuck him.
Right?
Wasn't sure.
She's told you.
And I think he wipes his... Where's he wiping his hands right there? I think he's wiping it on his pants. He doesn't have a napkin. Look at that face.
That doesn't...
And you're what,
37?
That doesn't mean anything.
37. Today.
You're 37? How old are you? You might as well just tell me, because I can find out like that.
Like that. Just like Chris Hansen has connections at YouTube that he's on the phone with constantly. Hey, making sure, hey, don't monetize on Easian's videos. I have my connections at YouTube that'll get the TCAP community fucking channels shut down like that. Yeah, he doesn't have any fucking connections. Get the fuck out of here.
Can you tell me who you are first?
I will tell you that in a minute.
Because, now you're making me nervous and...
You're 44 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? As a 44-year-old guy, I shouldn't be talking to 13-year-old girls like this. Yet I want to. What am I supposed to make of that? Sorry, I'm paranoid. For meeting me? No,
Nice
potentially having sex.
So
But-
now I think I think that he thinks that he's in more trouble now. Smudgeness. I've been watching too much Office. Remember that episode of The Office where he's like, "Where's your smudge and arrogant?" It's smug. There's your smugness. But anyways, I think his smugness is starting to wear off here. He's getting a little deeper. He pushed the box aside. He's like, I'm not gonna have any more. Yeah, I think he starts to realize now that he's in a little bit of trouble.
That is where the breaking the law comes from. Right. Punishable up to 20 years.
But baby, 15 could get me 20. Yeah, probably can, probably will. To Isaac.
You bring condoms with you tonight.
Well, they plan on having sex.
Do you have them in your car?
No,
I'm gonna find out, so you might as well tell me now.
I don't. Go ahead, check the car.
You will never
Yeah, check my car. I don't care. There's no alcohol in my car.
tell anyone
Just
about us
Stacy.
having sex. Are you sure? Okay, I could be there Saturday night.
And there's just something about HVP that's different. It's just something seems off compared to TCAP. I don't know. Chris isn't in his best form in this. The Predators don't give much in terms of... I think that's, because of, the past 10 years or so to this point. Public awareness through TCAP and stuff like that. There's been... A lot more people are cognizant or aware. So the Predators don't give much in these interactions with Hansen. John Dupay digs himself into a really good hole. It's probably the best Chris Hansen Predator confrontation, in my opinion, during this during HVP. But yeah, now Sokol's... The highlight of Sokol was that he was smug and arrogant. Smug. I said it again. Fuck. Smug and arrogant. I almost said smudge. But yes, now that he's kind of settled into it a little bit, he's not quite as entertaining anymore. But the point still holds. Fast delivery, planetpizza.com. You know what? We're going to take a detour right now. Do I have it open? This is for something else, but it doesn't matter. Planet Pizza. We're just gonna take a detour right now. .com. And we're gonna take a look. So here it is. 10% off your first order. Apply discount code Planet10 at checkout. Let's take a fucking look here. Oh, they do have one in Danbury. That's a bit closer to me, actually. But they're all in Connecticut, it looks like. So I agree. I don't know where the hell Greenburgh, New York is. But, yeah. Let's take a look at their menu. I was taking a little detour. Why the hell not? Oh, what the fuck? They do have them all over the place. They have one in White Plains, New York. Fairfield, Connecticut. Huh. Who knew? Well, I might as well get the good one here, the famous one. Let's take a look here. Menu. The guy make like 17 clicks to get to your fucking menu. Step up your website here. So it looks like pretty typical shit. Wraps. Ooh, they got soups and chili. They got clam chowder, obviously staple of New England. Beef and bean chili. That sounds pretty decent. Ooh, tiramisu. I'm a sucker for tiramisu. Fried cheesecake. Oh gosh. I wouldn't ever eat that. I don't know why you can't just have a regular cheesecake on there. Hot subs, wraps. So let's see if we can get the Jeff Sokol special. So he's a small. Small was 14 inches. The large is 16 inches. He's like, I thought the small was gonna be like a fucking personal size. Yeah. So this is what he got here. Maybe he should have gotten the gluten-free. Maybe he's got IBS. But yeah, it looks like a decent place. I mean, it looks like a standard, typical pizza place. But I would still like to check out there and go get it. Fast delivery. Or on Instagram, just like Jeff Sokol was, I'm sure. But yeah, looks pretty good. All right, gonna move that out of the way. Oh, don't want to do that. Where the fuck is my video? Here it is.
Afternoon. Explain. Explain it to me.
Just wanted to come hang out and.
Looks like here you wanted to come here and have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Okay, is that against the law to
To have sex with a 13-year-old girl when you're 44? Yes, it's against the law.
To meet a girl. That's all I've done.
You see how this looks.
Okay, but do you also see that I was pretty apprehensive about the whole sex thing?
Well, wouldn't you be? Wouldn't anybody be if they're
Right.
going to try to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
To be honest with you, you're not going to believe me, but I don't know who you are, but I'm sure you're like, law enforcement. But you think
He seems pretty chill for a guy who's realizing that he's law enforcement. He seems pretty chill about it. He's kind of resigned to the fact that his life is over at this point. I mean, he sat in prison. When was he sentenced? It was probably 2016, so he got out only the summer of 2019, so he sat in prison for 3 years. He's 44 years old at this point. During this, he's 44, so he's almost 50. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about his backstory. He was I don't think you're going to see it in this, but I think he had a midlife crisis at some point. He was in the insurance business, or he was a underwriter, something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then he quit that and became a fucking Lyft driver. It's like, he must have had a midlife crisis or something where he's just like, hey, fuck it. I'll make less than $10 an hour driving for Lyft. Yeah, so he definitely had something happen to him in his life, and it probably started his descent into madness, man. Like, you're a Lyft driver, you've probably got more time on your hands, more free time. I don't know, but that's their whole thing is, you can work whenever you want. So he probably had something happened to his life that caused him to make that career change and then go and then pursue underage kids on the internet. What do you think kind of Uber driver or Lyft driver he was? What kind of driver do you think Jeff Sokol was? What do you think his star rating was? Give him probably not a whole lot of stars, but yeah, he probably tried to be like, whenever someone came into the car, he tried to like be sarcastic with them. It's like, people just want you to shut up. I personally hate talking to drivers because I'm an asshole. So, but Sokol's like the guy who's like, oh, man, you're wearing that shirt? That's a bold choice there, sonny. Like, no, shut the fuck up, Sokol. No one wants your cockiness when you're trying to get a ride.
And law enforcement.
Well, I mean, that's what it sounds like. I was thinking about this on the way down.
Right. You had 2.5 hours to think about it.
And and I wasn't gonna. I'm not gonna.
And that's another thing. Like, I understand that people, at least in today's technologically advanced dating scene, where a lot of it happens over the internet nowadays, that it's a little bit more reasonable to drive long distances to meet somebody that you met off the internet. But I would never drive 2 hours to meet some chick that I never met before. I would never do that. At least with Jesse Velez, he lived like right down the road by what the fuck was the name of the taco place that you say he lived by? It wasn't Del Taco. It was some shithole like that. But Yeah, he at least lived right down the road. John Dupay was from he was from Connecticut. I don't remember. He was from close by Norwalk, I think. But Jeff, I keep saying Jeff fucking Stacy. The internet and real life are two different things. But yes, Jeff Sokol drove from Massachusetts, Boston, 2.5 hours. That's a little ridiculous, if you ask me. I would never drive probably more than an hour to meet anybody. I probably wouldn't do it anyway, because I'm a fucking asshole loser.
Okay, that's what I said.
It's not normal for a 44-year-old guy to drive 2.5 hours to hang out with a 13-year-old girl.
I wanted to hang out, see how she was, see if
A 13-year-old girl?
Wasted of a Saturday
How often do
night.
you do this sort of thing?
never done it.
You've never done it. So tonight you just decided, okay, I'm going to drive 2.5 hours
Oh yeah,
down I-95 from Boston.
yeah, I've been talking to her
To this
for a little
house.
while, and she seemed cool to hang out with. I mean, with that,
You can't find any
I had nothing else
older
going on.
girls?
I can, but I had nothing else going on.
So
I mean,
you
that's-
decided you just come out and hang out with a 13-year-old girl.
It goes back
Yeah.
to eating the pizza. That might be a nervous thing at this point. He knows that he's kind of fucked now, and that might just be a nervous thing. A commenter pointed out that during TCAP, the TCAP days, a lot of the predators still ate the cookie or the chips, whatever the hell was out there, during their interaction with Chris Hansen. That is a good point. It definitely is more, I think, a nervous thing. There is comfort in food, for sure. And so it definitely could be a nervous reaction to continue. He put the pizza away, like he pushed the box away, like, I don't know, a few minutes ago in this footage. But now he's bringing it back in just to kind of... I think it is a nervous thing, so that is a good point.
Clearly, you
He's
can
still
clearly
talking with his mouth full. It drives me crazy!
see that I'm very apprehensive about the whole
Let's say we meet and really like each other and want to continue seeing each other. How would we do this? Like I said, as long as you're under 16, age of consent, parenthetically, nobody can know about it. I just can't take that chance. What it sounds like here is you're grooming her, testing her to make sure it would be okay if you had sex with her, so no one would find out.
To be honest with you, like I said, when I was on the way down,
Right?
I was thinking about the whole thing.
Oh, he just
and
checked his phone. I think that's another nervous thing. He just checked his phone. I never noticed that before either. It's like you don't even really... Like, when you're nervous and you're just checking your phone, you're not really reading anything that's on it. Like, you could have, like, 15 notifications on there, but you're just like, whatever, skip. Just get me out of this spot that I'm in right now. You don't really take in the information that's on there. I know I've done it multiple times. So, yeah, I don't think... Whatever he read, he just, like, glanced at. He's like, oh, shit. Like, you're not reacting to what's on the screen. You're just trying to escape. So that's kind of what he's doing there.
and
I wonder what notification that was. Fucking Saturday in October 2015. Playoff baseball update, perhaps. 2015, that was the year the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. That was a fun
even
one.
before I left,
Right.
I was thinking I'm not going to have sex with her unless it's legal.
So you talk about a plan to make it legal, to marry her, right?
Yeah, not in 2 seconds. I mean, like,
So if you liked her, like next week or the week after, you'd marry a
no,
13-year-old girl.
not next week. No.
He says that like it's outlandish, but it's outlandish to fucking bring the marriage contract in the first place.
After just a few days worth of chatting, you decide you love her?
No,
You want to have sex with her?
I don't know.
You want to marry her? What do you mean you don't know she's 13?
I don't know. I was just throwing things out, like you know.
Yeah, that's a good point by Chris Hansen. What do you mean you don't know? The answer, ask me if I want to marry a 13-year-old kid. The answer is no. In 1 second, not even a second, split second, the answer is no. Why? This guy's got hesitation over it. Like, it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a thing anyway. You shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old anyway. What the fuck, Jeff?
Just in case, maybe I did like her. Maybe it was, you know.
So then you'd marry a 13-year-old girl because she's really cool and you could have sex.
After a while, if it worked out, yeah.
Oh God, lock him up.
After a
forever.
while.
Yeah.
What, like 3 years of dating?
I don't know.
A romantic courtship?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. So you're cool with all
When
that.
I watched this, I think of the parody video that Joey's TCAP channel made back in the early summer of 2019 when these first came out. He did one where Jeff Sokol and Vincent Ambrosio go on a date, and it ends up with Vincent Ambrosio crying. It's a really funny video. I recommend checking it out. Well, yeah, Jeff Sokol ends up eating. He offers him a slice of pizza and then says, "Nah, no," and just eats it in front of him. It's pretty funny.
You just think this is just fine. Marching here to this home.
I know what you're.
Well, what
getting at.
what else am I supposed to think, Jeff?
Do I seem like a dishonest, dirty person?
Yes.
I mean, do I seem like it to you?
This chat seems like it. It seems like someone who at 44 years old.
Chat is chat.
Chat is chat, but showing up is showing up. And guess what, Jeff? You showed up. At a home where you knew a 13-year-old girl would be alone. After a sexually charged conversation online. You come in, oh, I want to hug you.
Yeah, that's another thing I said. This, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these predators coming in asking for a hug. It's like the oddest thing to me. Like, oh man, I need a hug. I need my hug. Where's my hug? I don't know if they just watched too much fucking, like, Barney or something as children, and they just need to get a hug all the time. Like, hey, love yourself, hug yourself. No. Stop asking for hugs, you fucking weirdos.
The little girl's nervous. You do with everybody.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah,
that.
that's the same thing Dupé said. Oh, I ask everybody just for a hello hug, I didn't mean anything by it. Steelers and the Ravens.
Every time you meet a 13-year-old girl.
I do it when I meet somebody for the first time. I hug
Okay,
them.
but this somebody is not an adult, Jeff. She's 13.
Please tell me who you are.
I'll tell you.
I'm trying to be nice here.
Okay.
I'm
So am I. But you're not answering all my questions.
I will. Can you just tell me who you are?
I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
What is this? That's what he's gonna say. Like, what is this? He's so fucking, like, arrogant and shit. Even as he's getting his life ended right here, he's still like, what is this? Like, is this actually, like, a real thing? Or am I on punked right now? Like, am I on punked?
So if there's anything else...
Look at that frat boy right there. Hang on. Back up. Who the fuck is this guy right here? He's like wearing... I wonder if they fucking called each other up and planned that. They're both wearing flannels. Who the hell is this guy? He looks like he's... You should have got this guy to be the fucking HVP male decoy, man. Look at him. He's so fucking young.
So if there's anything else you want people to know, anything you want to say, now would be a good time to say it.
I can't believe this happened.
Did you bring any sort of a marriage contract?
No.
So what was all that talk about?
What's all this slave
I don't want to
talk?
talk anymore.
You can leave.
Yeah, I wonder if you know, like, I don't know how these assholes either don't realize that they've been on camera the entire time. Like, no, we just started filming for that last 2 seconds. And you still got so many slices to go here, boy. You better eat up.
Camera.
You can leave.
What do you mean I can leave?
You can leave.
And then what?
That's not up to me.
Who's it up to?
It's not up to me. You didn't have to come here, you know.
And in his moment of defeat, he looks around. He realizes that, hey, I've been defeated. It's like at the end of the video game where you beat the final boss, and it's just like they look around like, I knew you would have. I never picked you could defeat me, fucking scrub. And now Jeff Sokol's like that final boss in the video game. He just fucking ended his life, and you win. You win the big fucking prize.
What do you do for a living, Jeff?
I don't want to talk anymore. There's
Insurance business, right?
cameras rolling.
He can leave. He just said you can leave. Why don't you fucking leave, asshole? As he leaves, he stumbles off the porch.
I don't want to talk anymore.
All right. As I said, you're free to leave.
Can you shut it off?
I cannot shut it off now.
I mean, what is this?
It's an investigation for a television program called Hansen versus Predator, where we investigate grown people who go online and try to create inappropriate, illegal relationships with underage children. So unless you have something else to say, now would be a good time to go.
I don't have anything else to say.
All right, then. You can take your pizza if you like.
You want a slice?
I'm good, thank you very much.
So the cops there?
We'll see.
Okay. Or
You want to just a side note that you want a slice is like David Demir's from fucking Flagler Beach. No, the Florida sting. One of the Florida stings, not the Fort Myers. The other one. I don't know. It's fucking tired. I can't think right now. My brain's fucking fried. But he's like, him asking, "You want a slice?" is like when David Demir's asked, "Gentlemen, have a good night." It's like your final bow out before you go.
if they're here, just bring them in.
It'd be best if you went out that way.
I would have loved to seen this guy get tased, man. Oh, he would, because he would have been a bitch about it.
Grab a jacket.
A very nice service there by Ron Knight, the bodyguard. Hands him his coat.
It's out for the garage.
Doesn't know where to go. It's like, huh? That? He's like, you guys are still filming me? Like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. He drops his coat, gets his handcuffs
Sokol
on.
was
There he
sentenced to
goes.
7 years in prison, serving a mandatory 30 months. He is eligible for parole in June.
All right, but that's gonna do it. That is a look at Jeff Sokol, this fucking piece of shit right here. So until next time, that'll do it. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.